And Swain, we're excited to begin this hour welcoming a future Tennessee Vol to the show. 2025 quarterback, now a Tennessee commitment, George MacIntyre.
My favorite position on the football field. As a wide receiver, you love good quarterback, and Tennessee got one with George MacIntyre. Welcome to the program, man. Congratulations on your commitment.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all having me on.
When did you know? Like, I heard that Tennessee was really high for you majority of the time, if not the whole time. But when did you know, like, all right, Tennessee is the place to be? Like 100%, no doubt in your mind that you were going to be a volunteer. When did you know, George?
Yes, sir. Tennessee's always kind of been at the top. They started recruiting me pretty early, and, I've always really liked them. But probably like 2 months ago, 3 months ago, I was at the Georgia game. It's funny because they didn't play very well that game, but I just really like the environment and kind of clicked that weekend. And ever since then, I've been waiting to announce that I'm going to be a Vol.
Why was it so important to try to be as objective as you could, to look at other schools, consider all the options? You had a ton of options, can go pretty much anywhere, right? Knowing how you feel about Tennessee, but to make sure you consider the other options to make sure. Why was that so important to you?
Yeah, I think my parents were definitely very supportive on, wanting to get out. And, if I told them a place I wanted to visit, they usually were kind of hopped on board and, just kind of be able to compare everything. But, I still couldn't find anywhere better in Tennessee, and I'm glad I made the decision.
Why did the offense and obviously you want to go somewhere where you can be developed and have opportunity to play at the next level, but what stood out to you about Tennessee's offense that make you want to play in it?
Yes, sir. It's very quarterback centric. They run the ball really well, which I think helps out the passing game a lot. They get their playmakers in space, and they like to stretch the ball vertically, which I do as well. So I think it's a really good fit.
What about your recruiting skills, George? How would you grade your recruiting skills? Because now that you are committed and you're going to be here for the next 3, 4, 5 years, you want to play with really good players around you because that makes your job easy. What about those recruiting skills, man?
I got to put them to use. I've been recruited for a while, so hopefully I learned some little tactics, and we're going to try to bring in a ton of big-time talent and make this class one of the best in the country.
Yeah, how involved are you with Josh Heupel and talking to him and Joey Halsley and guys that they might be after him? You know some of the top players already who are going to be on their board, but how much do you kind of communicate with them about how much you want to help and what their recruiting efforts are?
Quite a bit. We've got a couple different group chats between recruiting coordinators, like position coaches, and then Coach Heupel as well. And just top guys. They can kind of use me as a vessel of kind of when guys want to visit and when they want to take their OVs and stuff like that. So I'll definitely gonna try to meet a lot of the top recruits. Kind of try to meet them up there. Kind of plan it out we're all on the same visit, maybe same OV, stuff like that.
George MacIntyre is with us, 2025 quarterback commit for Tennessee from Brentwood Academy. Can you take us behind the scenes on the video that you shared at the announcement at your school, and then you shared it on social media? It's been a big hit. How did that come together? You're narrating kind of your message to, I think, Tennessee fans and big organization. How'd that kind of come together? What's the reaction been like the last few days?
Yes, sir. Me and my family knew we kind of wanted to do something. I wouldn't say like special, but definitely different from a lot of other recruits how they post theirs. That video I think it kind of shows how much being a volunteer is going to mean to me and be able to do it in my home state. And I think the video crew did a really good job.
What's the part of your game that you are the most proud of, George?
I think athletically, just my touch on the football, being able to layer it.
How much has playing different sports you feel like helped you become the quarterback that you are right now, and how it's going to help you become a really good quarterback at the next level? We saw your basketball skills, George. We saw you, man, balling.
Yes, sir. I think it's definitely helped a ton. Basketball is my first love, and I think one way it translates over to football is reading leverage. Like as for me, like if you want to be a guy in an ISO situation, you're gonna have to read where he's going and go where he's not. Really, if you want to simplify it that much, and be able to read a DB's leverage and kind of see where his hips are going and where the receiver's going and where to put the ball based on looking at that is definitely a skill that a quarterback really needs to have. So playing basketball has helped me out with that for sure.
George MacIntyre is with us. Have you already gotten some coaching in terms of, hey, here's some feedback from Josh Heupel or Joey Halsley, maybe anybody else on Tennessee staff of obviously what they like about your game, but also how you can grow and develop your game between now and when you get to Knoxville?
Yes, sir. In the summers when I'm on campus, the rules are actually to where you can throw in front of them. So we'll have like workouts with them where, they've already actually helped me with stuff even long before I was committed, and, kind of going from that and being able to like them show me exactly like how to change stuff, how to tweak little things. And, the way they do it in their system, they have like a slideshow with what they helped Hendon with, what they helped Joe with, what they're helping Nico with right now. And then also like what they would want to help me with is, it just shows their development, and, they're really good coaches and stuff like that.
How has your life changed since you made the commitment to Tennessee? You got people being nicer to you? Is the weather better? I mean, how has your life for George MacIntyre changed since you made the commitment?
Well, I would say the weather's definitely been better. It was about 10 degrees here last week and snowy. So, yeah.
Yeah, so that commitment brought some sunshine, I think, to a lot of Tennessee fans. Were you planning to announce a few days earlier? Did you have to push it back because of cancellations of school and the weather and everything that was happening?
I was, yes, sir.
Yeah. The 22 Alabama game, that's a huge game for Tennessee football, for fans. What did that game mean to you, seeing that game, the connection, the celebration after? What did that game mean to you, and partially maybe your recruitment as well?
Yeah, that's the best game I've ever been to. It was crazy. It definitely flexed their offense, how well when it's executed right with the right guys, how well it can run. And, the Bama at that point was a standard, and showing that they can beat the standard with just what they've got. They really won that game off of getting their playmakers the ball in space, and, Hendon had a great game. But, that really showed me how a good quarterback can really lead Tennessee to big things.
What are fans going to see, and what can they expect when you hit campus, when it's your turn to be the quarterback? What are people going to see from George MacIntyre? What can people expect to see from you when you're playing quarterback at Tennessee?
Well, I don't know what they're going to see. Put that in God's hands, but they're going to get a hard worker who's going to want to come in and, lead the offense when he gets handed the keys. So, for sure.
George, anything we missed, anything you want Tennessee fans to know about the recruiting process, what you're looking forward to at Tennessee, relationship with Josh Heupel, anything we missed before we let you get back to class there at Brentwood Academy?
No, sir. I'm just glad to be a Vol.
Well, we're glad to have you on the show. Congratulations again. I know it means a lot to you, your family, a lot of people around you, and people at Tennessee for sure as well. So congratulations on your commitment. Thanks a lot for making time to join us on the show today.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all.